Thanks. Yeah, my name is Walter Sienko, and I am a psycho-spiritual counselor as well as a meditation instructor. I've been doing this work for a lot of years, over 30 years that I've been doing this work, and really see the benefit for being able to provide that spiritual element to this kind of work. This spiritual aspect of this becomes super important. A lot of times there's this idea of we have to look at the scientific part of this or the cognitive or behavioral aspects of this, but what really becomes important in this work is this aspect of how do I connect with myself? How do I connect with something greater than myself? And how is that going to be relevant going forward in someone's journey? So a psycho-spiritual counselor is someone who focuses on one's own spirit, focus on one's own faith and belief, and beginning to meld that with the psychological aspects of this. When you can go into a journey and begin having these visions and having these other images that appear, it becomes really important in terms of how do I integrate this into myself? How do I begin to integrate this into my own faith system, my own spiritual system, and my own belief system so that I can make better sense of it, so you can make better sense of this world, so you can make better sense of your own beingness and your own essence of things. So it really begins to focus on the soul and the spirit being the center of this work and finding the fullness of that along with the integrating of this place of one's conscious mind and beginning to meld that into one's spiritual self. You may want to begin using psycho-spiritual counseling even before a journey in terms of part of the preparation. Part of that preparation may be that intention setting. You know, we talk about this place of I want to be able to see more of my true self. I want to feel that fullness of what's going on in the universe and my connection to it. It may also begin this place of how do I now begin to reconcile these places of anxiety, depression, addictions, and things like that, and how do I now begin to prepare myself spiritually with my own belief system and what that may even mean to you. So people can come into it with these questions, preparing it, searching for that greater meaning or searching for that greater wisdom as what might be driving you to come to do ketamine treatments and therapy. So this can be really important also during a journey to maintain that sense of spiritual curiosity and ability to get beyond this mental egoic ideas of the I, so that part of that true essence can then come forward, part of that imaging of what needs to come forward in your psyche to find a sense of balance and a sense of coordination with things. It also might be helpful post-journey for all sorts of reasons. I mean, for integration, certainly a journey may challenge your belief system, right, in terms of what you believe. You might say, oh, I don't believe in anything, but having the journey may open up one's whole different ideas of what spirit means to you, what it means to feel that fullness of your being. My personal experience with psychedelics has been transformative. It's been healing. It's offered me my own personal growth. It's expanded my sense of consciousness and who I think I am. It has benefited me in finding a place in the world of love and compassion. It's made me a kinder person. It's made me a gentler person, and seeing the tremendous help that has helped me in my life for my own personal growth and support. And I've also seen how this has been so beneficial for others. I think what we take a look at, particularly in psycho-spiritual counseling, is this idea of looking at the whole system, dynamic, holistic system, and how all these systems work interdynamically and affect one another, right, based upon what may be happening. If someone's having emotional issues, right, and maybe that's anxiety or depression or guilt or whatever those emotional shame or whatever those pieces that may be happening for them, that's going to begin affecting your physical body. That's going to start affecting your stress levels, your cortisol levels, your hormonal levels, your longevity, telomere levels at the end of your DNA. So this idea of what is my emotional state has profound influence on your pain body and how that pain is manifested in being within the body. This aspect of also finding one's spiritual sense and how the spiritual sense can also affect one's mental health. I mean, certainly the spiritual sense really begins taking a look at what are my values? What are my beliefs? How am I really being connected to the world, to something greater than myself, so you're not so insulated into me so much all the time, and a sense of that expansion of self, the expansion of who am I, what am I doing here, and what's going on here. So there are certain aspects of meditation, and meditation itself is this idea of being able to focus one's attention, right, on one particular aspect or one particular, it can be all sorts of things. Typically one starts with the breath and being able to begin connecting with the breath and allowing whatever comes up to be able to come up and becoming aware of what's arising, right? If it's images, thoughts, or whatever that is, and start just becoming aware of what's happening as you're focusing on your breath. This gives incredible insight into how your mind is actually working, and perhaps some patterns that may be developing or thoughts that may be streaming in the sense of why one may even want to begin thinking about taking a ketamine journey. What's the greater thing that may be happening? What might be coming up once one lets go of that ego that can be then thought about and processed as being something also that may be wanting to be taken a look at and may start planting those seeds of the emerging ketamine journey that might be taking place.